Man, what's up, everybody? This is Life,
What it do, y'all? It's your boy, Young Swallow.
and this is Just Do the Damn Thing podcast.
Do the damn thing, do the damn thing, yeah. Do the damn thing, do the damn thing, yeah. Do the damn thing, do my damn thing. I'ma do my damn thing. I'ma do my damn thing.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Just Do the Damn Thing podcast. This is Life. This is my boy Swalo. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support us and tune in and listen to what we got to say.
Yes, sir. Do you know what episode it is today? I forgot. It was 60
I
something,
think
right?
it's 65 or it might be 66.
I'm not sure. We got to go back and
We
look
gotta
at
go
it.
back and look at it.
But
Man,
it's 60 something. We
it's
appreciate you
60-something.
guys for
We
sure.
appreciate you guys sticking around for 60-something odd episodes.
Yes, sir.
I know we passed 64. That's all I know.
Yeah, it was past 64 because remember we're talking about GoldenEye, Nintendo 64. Remember that last
Yeah,
time?
exactly.
Yeah, so it's past
That
64.
was the game back then. Anyway,
Who had brought it back? I think GameStop brought it back on their gaming website. I think it's like an NFT website or something like that. But they brought back GameStop. You could play it online. I'm not GameStop, but GoldenEye 007. You could play it online. It looks cool.
oh, that's dope.
Yes,
That's
sir.
dope. So that was like one of my ultimate games on the Nintendo 64.
That was like the best first person shooter ever.
Yeah. And then there was only one other first-person shooter I ever played on the 64. It's called Perfect Dark.
Never played
And
it.
That one was dope too. But those are the two main ones. GoldenEye was the thing. That was the thing.
Man, except when you played with screen watchers, it never really crossed my mind to look at somebody's screen
See
because
what
I'm
they're
so
doing.
focused on mine. And then I had a friend who would just be dogging us, and then I'm like, literally took me years to realize that this dude was watching our screen
Wow.
and would see your moves, because obviously it didn't have online back then, so
Exactly.
you all played on the same screen,
Exactly. Four
which
of you.
I love being in the room with the homies, we're gaming, playing the game,
That
but
was
don't
the
be cheating, bro.
Fact.
Don't be cheating.
Man.
Come on. And then came to find out he's been watching our screen the whole time. I'm like, dude.
Man.
After that, like, I don't think I ever played with him again because I
That
was
was
like, it just took everything out of it.
That was like the first Call of Duty radar.
Yeah,
It's
for
to-
real.
Just to look at your friend's screen to see where he's at.
Cheating ass. But all right, guys. Today's question. As soon as I read it, I wanted to do it just because I wanted to think out loud with you guys, so you guys can see my
'cause I've
thought
actually
process.
we both never thought about.
Yeah,
this.
like this thought had never
concept.
really, this question had never really crossed our minds. So the question is, why is beauty associated with morality? And I'll go first. I think you went first last time.
Yeah.
And I found this very interesting. Why is beauty associated with morality? Because everybody has their own definition of beauty, right? Like
Yeah.
what you may think is beautiful is not beautiful to me,
Yeah.
right? So then now that I'm thinking about it, if you're projecting what your idea, of beauty is, that means you feel attached to that thing. That thing must be good because you're good, right? I'm a good, everybody thinks they're a good person. Everybody thinks they're perfect or whatever.
And here's the other thing about that question that I just thought about right now.
Yeah,
too,
go ahead.
Is the ending portion of that? The ending word of that is morality.
Yeah.
Not everybody's morals are the same either.
Yeah, there exactly.
So,
Not everybody's definition of beauty and morals are different.
Not the same.
Right,
so.
so that kind of goes with what I'm saying is that, you have your certain morals that you think you're a good person, this, that, and the third, and you're projecting your idea of what beauty is. They're like, oh, I like that thing. That thing's beautiful like me. That thing's moral like I am. You know what I mean? So I think it's more like a egotistical projecting your views out there into the world, and that's why we maybe correlate your idea of beauty with morality. So we were talking off air. You want to go ahead and talk about what you had brought up about the suits and
Oh yeah. So when I heard this question, I was thinking about technically my morality, but then I was also thinking about like kind of like basic morals that society normally
like traditional
has,
stuff,
traditional
yeah.
you know. And the one thing that I see that people deem moral when you look at them is when people are like dressing up in a suit. So like,
Mm-hmm.
or they have a shirt and tie on. When they're dressing really nice, you automatically like, you have like an implicit bias to
Mm-hmm.
treat them better because they look nice. You know, you're
Yeah.
like, oh man, this dude is in a suit and tie. He more likely is a business person. He's more likely somebody that has high standards and he
Yeah.
worked his way up to the top. So you automatically put morality on him and thinking that
Right.
he's a better person just because he
Just
dresses
because he's
good.
dressed nice, and that's not the case at all. And
Facts.
I saw this thing online that said the the world was created by men in blue jeans and destroyed by men in suits.
Wow, I've never
You
heard
know,
that.
that was
That's
mind blowing when I read it too, because it's facts. It's the men out there in the hard hats, in the jeans, in the t-shirts that are out there every day, physically grinding, physically building houses, building skyscrapers. You know, with their hands and feet out there working, and then you just have these men in suits behind the scenes that tear down society, right? Physically and metaphorically,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Because like I told you off air, you know, it's the men behind the suits that are ruining our governments, the men in the suits that are ruining our economy, and you know,
Yeah,
and all
because they're the
that.
ones that make all the damn decisions.
Exactly. So just because you wear a suit and you look nice, you're beautiful, right? Quote
Yeah,
unquote.
yeah.
That doesn't make you a moral person. You know, from
No,
my experience, what I've seen, those are usually the worst people.
it's, sometimes they're the most corrupt. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, even was it the mafia wearing suits?
Exactly. They look to the T. They were on 100. You know,
They
they were
got
out there
swag back
murdering
there, man.
people.
Exactly, cocaine, everything.
Yeah, murdering people straight up. And then another thing that we had brought up is, you know, typically, traditionally, what has been for the last, I don't know, couple hundred years, beauty in the eyes of the Western world is somebody with fair skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, and they're beautiful,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. And then, like how we discussed, is nowadays we feel like that image of what beauty is
It's
changing.
changing. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah, so like
exactly.
as now I think we would agree, you know, back then, you know, it was just about the toothpick models, right? The really skinny women, you know, I don't, you know, kind of sound to me, but you know, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but you know, really skinny people. And but nowadays, you know, like that just isn't beautiful to us. You
Yeah,
know, like we like women, you know, a little thicker. And then now women are starting to change their looks, you know, with the
BBLs,
BBLs and the lip
lip
injections
injections,
and you know,
putting fake boobs in.
fake boobs, hair extensions, and all that. You know, and it's changing. It's
But
changing more like
but
ethnic.
you know what's crazy to me is I don't think, honestly, I don't think men are the reason why that is the case with the women beauty standard. I
Right.
don't know if every single man, obviously, on the planet, but
Mm-hmm.
every man I've ever talked to does not think that's beautiful. Like looking at a person with
Right.
BBLs and lip injections, I, you
I
look
think
like a doll, like a plastic,
like a plastic doll, it's not
it's
attractive at
not
all.
attractive whatsoever.
It,
I couldn't do it. Couldn't do
No,
it.
no, and you know, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to seem like I'm objectifying women, you know, because but we can talk about the men's standard, you know, after this section.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, just real quick to touch on that, I think it's more of social media is the
Yeah,
reason why women do this. It's not to impress men, it's not to attract the man into the world. Is women
exactly.
want attention on social media, and social media shows you, hey, this is what beauty is, right?
Especially like the people that like live in Florida and stuff like Miami.
Uh huh.
Like that's like their standard. Like all you see over there is that.
Yeah, they have a
Yeah.
famous doctor named Dr. Miami, and he be doing all the
Exactly.
plastic surgeries.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know, and then as far as for men, I think it would be the same thing as far as like Western idea of beauty is fair skin, blonde eyes, I'm sorry, blue eyes, blonde hair, and that's
And
not
fit.
necessarily yeah, and fit, right? Really muscular, whatever the case may be. I mean, I want to be really muscular too, but I'm not gonna go out and get surgeries and you know get fake muscles and stuff
Exactly.
like that. You know
Steroids and
what I
all that
mean?
kind of
Like
stuff.
at what point, you know, why would you start harming yourself because plastic surgery and all that is dangerous. It's not good
Facts.
for you.
Anytime you're under the knife, it's dangerous.
Yes, every single time. So why are you going to put yourself at risk to look better? You know what I mean? That never made sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to me either.
It's
It
like
doesn't make
whatever
sense
happened to
me
our
either.
self-esteem and
The only people that ever should go under the knife like that is people that have to have reconstructive surgery.
yeah, you
because
got
of
burned and
burns
stuff
or
like
stuff.
that. Yeah, for sure.
That's an obvious thing, but just to do it, because you don't like the way you look. That's
Yeah.
more just you pushing your insecurities out there and you wanting to fit into something.
Mhm.
In my opinion. Now,
Yeah.
maybe you just because there's certain people that literally do it just because they have a fantasy of looking like a Barbie doll. Like
Yeah, no, seriously. I think
that's I don't even know what that's called.
Nicki Minaj literally thinks she's a Barbie doll. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'm not to diss Nicki Minaj. I do like some of her music, you know, but how much plastic surgery has she got done?
Yeah.
You know?
Because honestly, to me, she looked way better when she was not like that. In my
Yeah.
personal opinion, but that's just me.
Yeah. So, I had never really associated morality with beauty, but I will say, at least I can. Again, I'm just saying this for myself. Is I do find that people who take care of themselves are more likely to be good to other people because they are good to themselves.
Well, yeah,
You know?
when you love yourself wholeheartedly, you tend to treat others with respect because you love yourself.
Yes.
And if you really believe in like the godly standard of treating thy neighbor as thyself, you're always gonna treat someone with respect because you have respect for yourself.
Yeah.
Um, and these beauty standards, a lot of these people don't necessarily have love for themselves all the time.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I
So
think that's the lack of self-esteem right there. You know what I
exactly,
mean? I think
exactly.
that's a very scary thing. And you know what's funny? This just came to my mind. Do you remember on the internet? I forget the dude's name, but it's this dude. He's a model now, but his mugshot had went viral. It was a light-skinned black dude. He had like blue eyes. He had, you know, really nice jawline, etc. Like I said, I think he's a model now, and I think he got married to a billionaire model or something like
Oh,
that, a
okay.
female. So the point of that being, this is his literal mugshot, and it goes viral, and women are going crazy for it. Women, oh, he's so handsome, he's so sexy, he's this, he's that. This is his mugshot. Meaning
I'm about to go to jail.
the man was arrested, likely committed a crime. I think he did. I think he was convicted. I'm not sure. I forget the guy's name, but this dude was in jail. You know, not everybody that's in jail is a bad person, but if you are in jail, I am going to question why you were there, whether it be good or bad. I just want to know the whole story, right?
Exactly, exactly.
And then women off the bat were falling in love with him. So they were kind of associating his beauty to morality, to being good. Like the dude, this is his mugshot. Like
like
literally.
they're automatically starting to make excuses for him. Someone that fine could not have done that.
Exactly. Yes, that's what the comments were saying. Like, there's no way he's too handsome to be in jail.
That's
Or
crazy.
you know, just saying some wild stuff, you know.
That's
And
crazy.
you know, it's like if it's his mugshot, regardless if he's handsome or not, shouldn't that kind of like push you back a little bit? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, he's kind of handsome, but why is he in a mugshot? You
I
know,
don't know. See, that's weird.
right? It's
That's
the
weird.
craziest
That's
phenomenon.
super
Like,
crazy.
it's
But for me, I go back to the beauty. Like I've never also uh, equated beauty with morality. I don't even know why that's a thing. Like honestly, I was always like the rebel, the person where I'm coming from the standpoint where I believe people think uh, beauty and morality equate, which is like I said, when you see somebody and they're wearing a suit and everything, they look at you like you're great, but when you're wearing jeans and a t-shirt or you're wearing sweatpants and whatever whatever kind of attire that's like laid back, they automatically look at you like a bum. They look
yeah,
at you like you're not when which is crazy because most millionaires dress like that. They don't. They
Right.
don't. They dress casual as hell.
I know it's crazy.
So-
I saw a thing. It was like you work all your life to get your master's degree to work for somebody who comes in the office in sandals.
exactly.
Right? It's like you're wearing this suit, all this stuff, and your boss
Exact-
comes in sandals and a t-shirt.
Exactly, but everybody looks at the executive, like the person that's either like kind of being like the manager, the suit and
Right.
tie person, as the person that's the owner or the controller of the company.
Mm-hmm.
But the dude that actually controls the company is driving this Lambo and shades and a t-shirt and a tank top, and
Yeah.
with flip flops on, and. You can't even. It's like, damn, this is the dude that actually owns this, and
Right.
so you can't really equate that. The To me, you can't equate the two. Just
Mm-hmm.
like me, I don't like dressing. There's a time and place where sometimes I'll dress, in a shirt and tie, but I like to be casual. But that doesn't mean that I'm more likely to be a bad person just
Not at
because I like
all.
to dress casual. And I always thought that was weird to me that people would like, why don't you ever, why don't you dress nicer, or why? Like I've heard that people tell me this before, and
Uh-huh.
I've heard it told to other people, like,
Right.
but it's like, why? You
Yeah.
should let him
Like,
dress
what
how
does
he
it
wants to.
matter?
What does it
Yeah.
matter?
Is
He's
it
still,
hurting
is it
you?
hurting
He's not
you?
harming anybody.
He's doing what he loves. He likes to do. Allow him to be him,
Mm-hmm.
and that doesn't mean that his moral compass is off.
Yeah, not at all.
So I don't know.
Right. And then another reason why you can't equate beauty to morality, I just thought of this, is some of the sexiest girls at the gym don't rack their weights. I'm gonna keep it real. I always say, yeah, she's a 10, but she doesn't rack her weights. So she looks good, this and that, excuse me, wife, but I'm just trying to get a point across. Right? So this girl looks good, whatever. She's at the gym, she's doing her thing, deadlifts, whatever. She'll finish her set, drop the bar, grab her bag, and bounce. I'm like, rack the fucking weights. What are you doing? Like, and she's beautiful, right? Quote
Yeah,
unquote. She
yeah.
look good, got a pretty face, got a, I'm not going to go into much detail because my wife might kill me, but she looks good and all that. And she don't even rack her weights. So you would say, oh, she's not a good person,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
not good, She's at the she's at the grocery store. She don't put her cart back in the rack
Another
thing.
thing about the people that you're talking about, the beautiful women that go there, they're sometimes too, they're cocky and overconfident to the point where they believe everybody's looking at them and staring at them, and
Right.
guys are like drooling over them. Like, it's like, not, yeah, you look good, but it's not we. You got to realize, men are visual people. We're going to glance.
Yeah, it's gonna
Just gonna
happen. It's
But that
human
doesn't mean it's
nature,
human
dude.
nature. It's not like, because women do it too. They be
Yeah,
looking at the
women do it
guys.
too. Yeah.
It's not like we're creeps. We're just glancing because, okay, it looks nice. All right, I'm go about my business.
Right. That's it.
That's it. That's it. And to be that confident and cocky is also, to me, not a good morale thing to be. Is because now you're just like snobby sometimes.
Yeah, and
the way
then
you act.
and
That
no,
goes for the guys too. Some of you think you just the shit just because you got some muscle.
right. No, same thing with the guys. Really muscular dudes, whatever. They look good. They're pushing a lot of weight, and they don't rack their weights. And I'm
Facts.
like, bruh, rack your weights. Be kind to the person that's gonna use the station after you. Like, clean it up for them.
Clean it up, wipe it down, sanitize the damn thing.
Exactly. Sanitize it. Put your weights away. That's just being a good person.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I had never really thought about that, So as we're talking again, these ideas are just coming into my head.
This is like this is ultimate freestyle. Right
Yeah, this
now.
is freestyle podcast right now. We're just going off
We're
the
just
top
randomly saying stuff
because
the topic is just like,
it was mind blowing because I had never really thought of it like that. Why would you equate beauty?
with.
I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, why would you equate morality with somebody that's quote unquote beautiful?
And honestly, I have no clue. Like, all the stuff I'm saying, the only thing that I can to say is, I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I don't
know
have the
why,
answers.
But I do know that certain people look at people that are in suit and ties as people that work hard and that are people that are of
They're
you know
good
high
people.
good people, high standard. But you got these oil field workers that normally are in jeans and a t-shirt
Mm-hmm.
that are just as good as of a person, and
Mm-hmm.
actually sometimes a lot of the time make more money than the person in the suit and tie.
Yeah, and then
But
oftentimes really good people
really good
too. Got
people. So
family
got
men and all
families
that.
and all that kind of stuff, and they provide or whatever the case may be. So I don't think you can equate the two ever. I think that's a dumb thing. If that's an actual thing, because it has to be an actual thing. If that was a
Right,
question,
if that was a question, because
because
our
somebody had the question,
yeah,
and the person, my wife actually looks up random philosophy
yeah, we
questions
have
that
our
people.
researcher Adrian.
Yeah, she looks up some stuff to see what kind of questions people have been asking,
And that was one
and
of them.
this is one of them. And I'm like, that's actually a question that's online. People have a discussion about because I don't even know what to say most of the
Yeah,
about
right.
this all the way. Like you said, it's freestyle. So
Yeah, yeah, I know. So it's, and if you do equate morality with beauty, be cautious, be more conscious of your thoughts and your biases, because somebody could use that against you. Like somebody usually somebody in a suit and tie is gonna come and bamboozle you and snake you out of some money, and you get nothing. You know what I mean? But you
exactly,
trusted him and you thought he was a good person because he was in a suit and tie, had
and
his
with a
hair combed
smile,
back and all that with a big smile.
a coke and a smile.
And like, cause that happened to my parents. I seen that firsthand. This
Hmm.
dude was said he was selling computers, right? He was a computer salesman. This was back in the early 2000s. So having a computer in your house was rare.
Yeah,
It was like
exactly.
a big deal, right? If you
Yeah,
had a computer for your kids, you could get learning programs, etc., right? So
yeah,
that's what my parents did. Okay, we want to help educate our children. Let's buy them a computer with programs. And the dude was coming in. He had a suit and tie, whatever. He would come in like every week or every 2 weeks, something like that. And he would come and say, oh, he'd have like a catalog. Oh, what kind of computer do you guys want? Okay, you want this one? What kind of features do you want? What programs do you want? And my parents were chipping him off like $100 every time he would come. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna order it, and then it should come to you guys within such and such. Right, I forgot how much money they had given him. It was like $400-600. Early 2000s. That's like $800,000 nowadays, right? And we never got a computer. The dude literally just snaked my parents because he came in, had his hair combed back in a suit and tie, had the catalog, just bamboozled them.
exactly. So you
So
trusted somebody because he had a suit and tie and a smile, and he
yep,
was actually somebody with low morality.
exactly.
And that's what it is. It's like a lot of these people that are come to you in a suit and tie, a lot of them are the biggest snakes on the planet.
Yeah.
But and the people that and some and then the other side, some people that are in jeans and t-shirt have the most morality of it.
Yeah, very kind
Very
people,
kind
hard
people,
working. They appreciate
hardworking.
what they have because they work hard for it.
Exactly.
You know?
So don't just trust anybody just because of your
Mm.
quote unquote beauty standards that you
Yeah,
have. Be
be
cautious
conscious
of
of your biases, man, because
yeah,
that
yeah.
will bite you in the ass for sure.
Exactly. And always do your research on people. Like if you like ask the person like what company he works for, research the company and research the things that he's talking to you about. That
Hmm.
way he can't just randomly come in and bamboozle you because you're also knowledgeable about the topic at hand. So
Exactly.
I definitely say this to anybody is that if there's somebody that comes to you to your door or and out in the open, they talk to you about something, always say, I'm gonna think about it. Go research it, and then
Hmm.
if you find out the stuff that he's talking about is just baloney and bull, then you already know this ain't the person that
Exactly.
you should be talking to.
And vice versa. If you're actually like, oh wow, this guy actually knows what he's talking about, then go and connect with him and whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But don't
So.
always take somebody's first word for it. Go research it yourself. If
Hmm.
you find out that it is good, then okay, he actually knows what you're talking about. Then you can actually go back and have a conversation. But if you start to find out that they're lies, hey, you might want to
Exactly.
back up.
Hmm. Be conscious of your biases. Don't trust somebody just because they're physically beautiful, because on the inside they could be hideous.
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think I got it all out, man.
Yeah.
This was a
Cause
very interesting topic, man. I
yeah,
loved I love
I
talking
li-
about this right here.
yeah, it was a good topic. Something that we've never thought about. I
Makes you
definitely never
think
thought
for
about it.
sure,
I
man.
wonder what you guys think about it. What do you guys think? Do you guys think people actually equate morality with beauty? And if so, how do they do that? And do you actually know the reason why? Or what is your opinion on why that may be?
Have you been bamboozled by a good-looking salesman?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
or a
man.
bad-looking salesman.
So that's it, guys. Drop your comments below. Let us know what you think. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Come holler at us. Open Mind Group. We'll be back next week. No, not next week. Next week is the Super Bowl. We
Yeah,
lied.
we ain't coming.
We lied, but you will see some stuff on my Instagram. Super Bowl going up. I love football, so I don't care who's playing. I just love football. So
sure.
after that, we'll be back for another episode, guys. We appreciate you stopping by. Until then, we're out.
Peace. Deuces.
OMG, where we keep going cause the party don't stop. We turn up, doing our thing, just living our lives, and we don't stop. Open Mind Group so you know we won't flop.